Hi there. Another vinyl update. It's 6th of May. Yesterday I went with my wife to sell some stuff at this thing called a free market. Um, Town where I live, every year there's this free market on the 5th of May, which is sort of Liberation Day for us people in Holland. And you can bring stuff and sell it. Actually, it's for children to bring stuff and sell it. And my wife brought clothing for our son and some toys. And I brought a lot of CDs and a couple of LPs that I didn't care for and wasn't able to sell otherwise. Um, did well, did really well. Could have walked around the free market to see if there were other people selling records. I did see some people selling records, but I didn't check them. Um, doesn't matter. I was selling records and I made some money, so that's good. Anyway, this is a vinyl update, so it does not include the records I could have found yesterday, but it is a whole bunch of thrifty stuff, some and some new records, including 2 reissues. So let's get started. First up, this is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, The Challenge. See, it's on Profile Records. It's got an original Profile sleeve. I don't need to take the vinyl out because you see the label. Weird. This is from 1982. This is very early hip hop. It's a 12-inch. I never ever buy 12 inches, and if you look at all my videos in the past where I show 12 inches, I always say I don't buy 12 inches, but I do if the record in question is interesting enough, and this one is. It's not great, but it's fun. I prefer hip hop of the 90s, but this is good. So, also found new edition, All for Love. New edition consists of this is Bobby Brown, and you got, let's see, I think it's Bell Biff DeFoe. At least these three guys are, and then you got another guy whose name I always forget, Ralph Tresvant. It's the inner sleeve. It's got a picture of the guys and some record information on the songs. It's on MCA. They're a boy band from the 80s. Candy Girl is their biggest hit, I guess. This is not on here, but I like this a lot. This is pop, R&B, soul with a little twist of electro and a little twist of funk. Very 80s, but it's good stuff. So, new edition. Had to pick that up. Same goes for this one. This is Stephen Stills' self-titled debut album from 1970. This is an original pressing, US pressing, I believe. Atlantic. It's pretty trashed, the sleeve is, and I paid $2, I guess, for this. But yeah, Stephen Stills, I really love the debut albums, solo debut albums of the guys from Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. Young I like a lot more albums from, but yeah, this is classic stuff, and couldn't leave this behind at a thrift store for $2. This was also $2, and I'm not too sure whether or not I'm gonna keep this. This is the Streetwalkers with Fishes But Fair. It's on Vertigo. It's Spaceship, because I think it's from 1977, and they weren't doing Swirls. It comes with a lyric sheet, and on the back of that is a pretty cool print. You get Roger Chapman and who's the other guy? I don't know. There's two guys from a psych band called Family. They're on here. They started this classic rock kind of thing. Came out in, like I said, in 1977. This one, and I liked it, but I don't know whether or not I'm gonna keep it. I have to play it again and see if I'll keep it or not. But it's in really good shape. And I paid $2 for it. Maybe it's too much. I don't know. Then I got this double album. This is the Peddler's Greatest Hits. It's a gatefold, but nothing really fancy. This one was released in Holland in 1981. I don't think it was released anywhere else. It's on Orange Yellow CBS. Peddlers are a British jazz rock group or jazz pop group. I don't know. I think you get drums, bass, and organ. Yeah, drums, bass, and organ, and it's soulful and it's sort of bluesy at times, but I really dig it. I like the Peddlers, and if I see something by them and it's affordable, I'll pick it up. Same goes with this group. This is the Love Unlimited Orchestra. Barry White's backing band, I guess. He wrote most of the songs on here. I guess one wasn't written by him, but the rest are. This is called My Sweet Summer Suite. It's on 20th Century Records. Let's show that. There you are. And it is, I hope you can see it. It's Israeli. It's an Israeli pressing. Funky, soulful, early disco stuff. 1976 this came out. So, and I love this. And the last thrift store record that I'm not gonna keep this. I picked it up because I could. That's just it. I could. It was $1. This is the Pretenders 2. I don't care for the Pretenders that much, and I mean, besides Message of Love and I Go to Sleep, I don't care for the songs on here. This is sort of a new wave, punky kind of thing. Not really punk, but you know what I'm talking about. It was an interesting listen. I enjoyed it, but it's not staying in the collection. So that's the thrift store records. Now on to 4 new records. First up is the new Guided by Voices. This is called Space Gun. Came out a couple of weeks ago, I guess. Lyric and some artwork there. It's on Guided by Voices Inc., which is a label from Robert Pollard. Comes with a download code, which I don't need to show because it's just a little card. I have not listened to this, but it's Guided by Voices. It's indie rock. It's short songs. And it's catchy, probably. So, and I love Guided by Voices. I don't know if I can show it. This section here, from there up until around here, this section, this here, that's all Guided by Voices, and this one gets added to it. There you are. Next record, I picked up the Guided by Voices at a record store. I pre-ordered that one, and when I came there, it was the day after Record Store Day. And I saw this one, and this is not the Record Store Day release, because that's an instrumental album, and that was like twice as much as this one. But I did pick up the new Dr. Octagon with a very difficult title. It's called Moose Bumps, an exploration in modern day horripilation. Horripilation. Rap album, hip hop album. It features Dan the Automator. It features Kool Keith and DJ Qbert. And they're, again, I have not listened to this one, but if it's anything like the Dr. Octagon record that I picked up last year, the reissue from their debut album, then I'm in for a treat. It's a gatefold, some artwork there and there. And then you get printed inner sleeves. Both of them are the same. These are lab mice, I think. And then here you got some part of a brain. I have no idea what these guys are on, but they're intriguing. So the new Dr. Octagon, Moose Bumps, blah, blah, blah. I got that one. This, I'm so glad I picked this up for the price I did. If you look online, this one goes for at least €55, and there are other sites selling it for 60 something, €65, I guess, and I wasn't willing to pay that for this. And then I came across a Dutch online site, and they were selling it for €28. I did it. I had to do it. This is the new reissue of Massive Attack's Heligoland. This is their last album they did in 2010, I believe. It's a... I'm going to have trouble showing this. It's a triple gatefold. It's a double album. You got a record in this side and a record in here. In the center, you'll get a big ass booklet. I believe this is limited edition. There you are. I always have trouble showing these correctly. It's got artwork in here, and it's basically just artwork. And it's a thick booklet, so that's a pretty cool addition. Also cool is that the sleeve, and I have to put this back before I show it, is kind of special. Because I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you kind of can here. It's got glitter on some parts. There's glitter all over it, which is cool. I mean, it gives a little touch. There you got the LP, which are barely readable because it's black on black. And if you compare it to the sleeve of another album here, it's longer. I don't know if that's a bonus thing or not. It doesn't really make it fit well in the shelf, but really excited to have this one. This one goes originals of these go for crazy money, and this reissue, if it is limited, it will go for crazy money soon as well. So if you see it for cheap, and I'm talking about less than $30, pick it up. If it's more than $30, you decide whether or not to pick it up, but it's worth having. The last album Massive Attack did, and I'm sure there's going to be a new one someday soon. So that's a reissue, and then the next one is a reissue as well. It's a Record Store Day exclusive, and I ordered it online, paid a little more than I should have, because when I picked up the Dr. Octagon and Guided by Voices record, it was still sitting in that particular store. But I already had ordered it and already paid for it. I'm still happy though. This is the new reissue of the 10 Rapid album by Mogwai. This is, its subtitle is Collected Recordings 1996-1997. So this is before their first album came out. This was released. It features 9 tracks, which are not on any other albums or comps or whatever. And it's on white vinyl. But yeah, I'm happy with this. When they were announcing this was actually the only Record Store Day exclusive that I was willing to buy, and it's pretty cheap. If you go to Record Store and they still have some Record Store Day stock, this one is really affordable, and it's Mogwai, and I love Mogwai, and I need Mogwai. So for those who don't know who Mogwai is, they're a post-rock group from Scotland. They've been going on since 1996 or maybe even earlier, and they've been doing music and soundtracks and what have you not. I think their next release will be a soundtrack, which will probably come out this year, but hopefully. It's for a movie called Kin, I believe, which is a science fiction movie, and they did the soundtrack to that. But this, pick it up if you like Mogwai. And that's my video. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye.